Hello, and welcome back to this edition of Daily Actives brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I am Dustin. We are looking at NIO once again. This is a very well-known stock to the community, especially because NIO, boys and girls, being an electric car company, will often get on the radars because when Tesla's in the news, NIO's in the news. And I will say that I don't even need to look at Tesla because if I look at NIO's returns over the rolling 1 year, 6 month, 3 month, 1 month, 15-day, 5-day, and 1 day, it sucks. That is all incredibly negative. The only thing that would be positive is that it's not down more. Like it's not down 50%, but it damn near is over the past 6 months, nearly 40%. It's down 38.29% over the past 6 months. This has been a painful ride. I have not looked at this since 2023, and I just want to say thoughts and prayers, T's and P's, everything. I'll keep you in my prayers for anybody who's still long this. I apologize for what you're looking at and what you're dealing with, but hopefully this review makes it a little bit easier. Now, if I want to look at the raw data, I'm just going to go over here. We're going to see that NIO, you can see the chart down at the bottom. Looks like the best days were, again, yes, back in August of 2023. Yikes, this has been yuckers. If you go back and watch my old videos, I'm pretty sure I talked a lot of shit about this because I do not think that this was a very good stock. And I do see that I probably was right, unfortunately. Now, if we look at the overall price, we can see that we've got blue with white background. That means it's 3 standard deviations below. It's, I think, 23-day average or like 20. It's trailing 3 weeks or so on average. If we look, it is below its 5-day, below its 23-day. It is the volume. The volume is actually like pretty steady, which is quite concerning. You'd actually like to see volume drying up to a certain extent, but this looks like because it's a true bearish trend, volume accelerates into the down moves. Now, what I do see on my future volatility price path here, I think this is currently wrong since it says price to rise. Volatility continues to fall. We are negative again across the 1 day, 5-day, 15-day, 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month returns. That is yuck. That is tough. And to be honest, we are on the signals. I think we're getting a go long in the short term and intermediate term only because the price action has been so bad that this little bit of up move that we saw for like, I don't know, maybe a week, like whatever this was here, you know, essentially at the very beginning of March, it fooled the indicators because it's generally looking for like comparisons to the previous returns. So the recent action was letting you think that that was bullish behavior. And that's what we're showing in the sentiment in the short term, not intermediate term, thank God, and the longer term. Completely wrong. This is why you do need to be able to read the tape regardless of having your own model. I honestly think that it's important to be able to understand how to use a model. And I'm actually, one of the things that I'm doing, because if you've ever looked at my videos before, Google is really uncomfortable with data. They're not the most consistent, especially when it comes to this. Now, what I've done for myself and what I'm going to do for you is I'm actually building elements of this individual spreadsheet into an app. I'm going to currently just be collecting emails for people who are interested in learning more about this app. I will be releasing it, but for the time being, I'm probably just going to end up sending it through an email. But I do have an email in the description below, so I want to just let you know that you can always go ahead and sign up to learn more about that. But getting back to the review here of NIO, I can see that we do have a falling bear. It looks like what we're doing is that the continuation of the rolling sentiment is just moving. We're not seeing any flips. You know what I mean? Like the way that this sentiment is looking here, you can see we got incredibly negative into February. We actually started to flip positive, which again, because things were so bad. But even though we're at 50% roughly in terms of the bullish or bearish sentiment, it doesn't make it good. This is why, again, I keep saying that you need to be able to understand your tools. Even though we're seeing bullish signals, it's just because of the type of moves. We're still very bearish. We still have bear triggers, 1 month bear triggers that close to each other with a 1 month bull trigger in the middle. It's just uncomfortably flipping. You can see that it confused it for that little bit of time in March, but nothing has changed long term. We look at the overall, yeah, this is the weekly chart that goes all the way back to 2020. It's been nothing but a downward move, no matter what you believed, even though that these are weeks and some of these are months, and this almost might have even been a quarter. Nothing has been positive in NIO. Either they are creating a bunch of shares, they're driving down the price, something is happening, or their business is just bad. I'm not sure. I don't follow fundamentals, but if you are a part of this, I hope that you are bearish. I hope that you are short. I hope that you are paying attention to the fact that it looks like we're about to start rolling over again, and the price action is confirming it. The volume is starting to come back. You can see we saw 77 million shares traded in 1 day. That's so many for a stock that is this cheap, especially for something that doesn't have any prospects. But I guess, you know what? People still got money. So if we look at the volatility continues to fall. It was obviously at a very high point in the middle of February. We can see the correlation continues to fall. Price might actually go sideways for a little bit. Confusing us. If we do look, if the actual trade range, we're at the very bottom of the range. The bottom of the range is at 514. We are at 519. So, I mean, you'd expect some upside here, to be honest with you. NIO likes to bounce. It gets vol, it pops, it vol, it pops. Things are not great in Neoland, but tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you long? Are you short? Do you like it? Do you love it? Is this even a good review? And before you go, subscribe to the New High newsletter. We give you 25 stocks to your inbox every single Sunday. Stocks between $5 and $20 that are breaking out. Stocks breaking out to 1-year highs. Stocks breaking out to all-time highs. It is a great list to get your trading week started. I'll talk to you soon.